Well, hello there, and how are you today? I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying their lovely guitars and is working on their bar chords, because we're going to do a little bit more bar chord work right now. Right now, you're probably saying to yourself, these bar chords can be challenging. And yes, they can, but you will get them, and we're going to make it easy, and I'm going to give you some exercises right now that's going to help you. And I want to make sure you're using the proper technique, because most instances from the emails and the students that I see that are really struggling with bar chords, their technique is not correct, and that's why they're having so much problems with them. And that's why in this lesson I want to spend a little time on the bar chord technique, and I also want to give you some bar chord changes to practice. The hardest changes at this level in your playing, you should be going from these open position chords to open position chords without much difficulty. Okay, you should be getting those all down and going in the video chord library, video song library, and learning songs with these open chords and playing them. Okay, but the hardest changes you're probably going to come to right now are open chords to bar chords. Those are the hardest ones. Like you were practicing like in Hotel California, going from like a bar chord to a bar chord, like a B minor to an F sharp, is not that hard because it's like a complete cluster change. You could leave your whole hand in that position, just move everything up. One set of strings, one string each. So that's not that hard to change. The hard changes are when you have to go from an open chord and configure your hand into that bar chord shape and hit that in time. And those are the ones that you're going to struggle with for a little while. But I want to go over the technique one more time, and I'm going to give you some practice, a little practice routine to do as far as changing back and forth between some bar chords, okay? Between opens to bar chords. Alright, so let me wheel in tight for a second, and I want to show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about technique on these changes, okay? So remember, let's say we're playing an E minor chord, and we got to change to an F sharp bar chord, okay? E minor to F sharp. Alright, remember all the things we talked about when we talked about technique. See, right from the start, if you've been with us and you've been visiting our modules early on, remember I had you keep that pinky attached to that finger, everything close to the fretboard, pinky attached to the third finger? This is why, partly, this is why, because look how easy it's going to make these bar chord changes. Easier, right? Imagine if we're practicing and your pinky was out here, or they're not attached, and then you got to bring them all the way in and on. And man, how are you ever going to do that? See here, it kind of just falls into place. So the rules or the techniques that I have found that students really need to concentrate on when playing open chords to bar chords is this. Get that first bar finger down first and fast. Don't wait, fool around, mess around, then put it down. Get that finger down quickly. The other thing is, make sure your fingers are close to the fretboard at all times, and that pinky is attached to the third finger. Okay? Alright, see that positioning? I'll give you another shot of that. Now, here is a little trick. You want to visualize in your mind, think about what does an F sharp or a major 6-string root bar chord look like. Think about that shape, and as you're changing, I'm going to do it in slow motion. If you notice, I have that shape so dialed into my brain that before I even, look at that, I'm not even on the strings yet, and already, see my hand? I'm halfway to the change. I just stopped it. Imagine me filming this and putting the pause on halfway. See, I'm already got my hand in the basic shape of this bar chord, and now it's just getting it on the exact strings. So I'm not waiting till I get all the way over here and then start getting in position. I'm doing it as I move. There's a slow motion. Watch E minor. I won't even play and won't even strum, just so you see the mechanics of this. Now look at that. My hand is, as I go to make that change, I'm getting in bar chord position, so to speak, for this 6-string root major bar chord. Okay? On my fingertips, wrist down. And there you have the change, and that's a solid bar chord change right there. If you can go open to bar chords, so just practice back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you will get it, my friends. And then I want you to practice it with a quarter note. First, practice it with one strum each. Let me give you a little different view. There you go. One strum each to see that you're getting the whole chord to ring out. E minor, F sharp. See that? I heard the whole chord. I didn't hear this. This is what you don't want. E minor. See, I'm not finding dead strings. No good. E minor, F sharp. One strum each. And when you got that, then go to the quarter note. Try to get that down. Go for it. You gotta go for these bar chords. You can't mamby-pamby it. Is mamby-pamby a word, Tim? No? Maybe not even a word, but I don't want you mamby-pambying it. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Then when you got the quarter note, then go to eighth notes. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See? Then you got it. You can do it with your eighth note. Strum pattern. Notice the technique. Okay? That's the process I want you to work through on these bar chords, okay? Try it first, 1 strum each, quarter note, then eighth note. And remember all those things that I just discussed and that we've been working on with these bar chords. That technique is critical for you to be successful at this, okay? And you'll get it. It's not about brute strength. Now, I am taking this lesson from the point of that you can already play a bar chord and get all 6 notes to ring out. Okay, if you're not getting that yet, then you got to go back and work on the leverage like we talked about and work on getting all the notes to ring out. Once you get it to ring out, then you can be practicing your changes, okay? So remember, get that first bar finger down first and fast. Pinky is attached to the 3rd finger. You move all your fingers at once and you're visualizing what that bar chord shape looks like and getting your hand in that configuration before you even get to that change. As you're moving, you're putting it into that configuration. It's very important. It's going to make it so much easier for you, okay? And you will get it. So here's some changes that I want you to try. Do that E. This is part of your practice routine. E to F sharp. E minor to F sharp. Okay? Because I got to give you different finger movements involved. A lot of this is muscle memory. Just like you remember when you were doing your open chords and you were just saying to yourself, geez, I can't even change D to G. And now you got D to G down like a champ. And soon you'll have E minor to F sharp and all these other bar chords down just as easy as the open chords. That's the way the guitar works. You can do it. I see this every day. You can do it. Can they do it, Tim?
They can do it.
They can do it. Another change. E major to F sharp minor. Try that one. Just throwing some different ones at you. Back and forth. E major. You know how to play an open E major? F sharp minor. If you don't know an F sharp minor chord, go to our video chord library and look up the minor bar chord on the 6-string root. You know how to play the major. The minor, all you do is you lift off that 2nd finger and you're playing the minor. Same shape except just that you're not using your 2nd finger. And you do that one. Quarter notes, 1 strum each. E, F sharp minor. E, F sharp minor. Another one I want you to work on, E minor to B minor. B minor is the 5th string root, or the bar chord off of the A string, right? E minor, B minor. E minor, B minor. Back and forth. E minor, B minor. Okay? Another one I want you to work on is a G major. These are all open to bar chord changes. That's what we're concentrating on right now because these are going to be the toughest ones. If you can get these, man, you got it all. If you can get these, all of the changes are going to be like butter. Okay, these are the hard ones. Remember, you got to push yourself, and I'm pushing you to do hard things on the guitar. And that's how you get better. That's how you traverse this musical staircase. We're taking you up to the next level. Ah, the next level. Here at nextlevelguitar.com. G major, B minor. Okay? G major, B minor. Alright? Let me give you a close-up of that. G major to B minor. Because your first finger, actually, see when you're playing that G major chord, let me give you a little tighter shot of that. G major, that first finger is kind of on that B note already, on the 5th string root. So you just kind of, don't even have to really pick it up, just kind of just go down with that finger. G major, see how I just flatten it right down. See, no extraneous movement. See, if I did this, G major, and then when I go to B minor, I pick it up, go around, then put it down. You don't have to do that. This is a shared finger. G major, see, there's my B note. So just flatten that first finger. B minor, G major, B minor. Notice when I go, now watch when I go to the B minor, I won't even get there. See, already, look at my hand. It already looks like a minor chord shape. Okay? G major to B minor. Let me give you one that's even a little harder. Okay, I want you to try a little tangled, my chord, the guitar chord. Try this one, C major, open, to C minor. That one might be the hardest one yet for you because you got to move from C major, you got to move over 3 frets to get to that C minor. Okay? And keep practicing. Eventually you'll get it without even, I'm really not even thinking about it. I just do it. Autopilot, right? Let me show you a close-up on that one, what that looks like, okay? Now remember, minor, C minor is the 5th string root bar chord that kind of has that minor, A minor shape, right? You take your A minor, free up that first finger and you slide it down and you put your first finger pointing to that C note. There's our C minor. 5th string root, the first finger spills over to mute the low E string. So C major, remember your open C major, you got to get to C minor. Okay, that's a good little practice exercise. Now notice I'm going to slow it halfway down. There's C major. Now watch what happens. See if I give you a better shot. There you go. Now watch this. As I go, I'm going to do this. Go to C minor in slow mo. Look at that. I'm only past the second. I got to go to the 3rd fret. And look, already I'm not even there yet, and my hand is in that minor shape. So basically, I just put it down, and there it is. Right? These are going to help you so much. These little exercises. Okay? C to C minor. Alright? And then we're going to start doing some more songs with some bar chords in them. So I want you to practice all those. E major to F sharp minor. E minor to B minor. Okay? G to B minor. Alright? C to C minor. Write these down and incorporate them into your practice routine. And you will get them soon. And we have more practice routines coming up. More songs because you want to go into that chord library and pick out some songs with some bar chords in them. And that'll give you change practice too. It's like we always say, we use the vehicle to work on our changes. It's fun and easy, and you get a song as a perk when you're done with it, right? So I will see you in the next lesson. Rock on!